Hey guys, Boone down south here. Today I'm going to show you another video about the HECS suit. Okay, I've shown you a few of these, and again, I'm just showing you my experiences with it. And full disclosure, I am an affiliate now. I did purchase my own suit, but I've been trying it out, and I've had a lot of comments on these videos, and it seems like the guys that have it, 90% of them say they love it, they swear it absolutely works. There's about 10% who say, I don't know if it works or not. And then the majority of people that don't have it are the ones that say it's a gimmick, it doesn't work, you're wasting your money, if one's money are easily parted. Those are the kind of things I hear, but honestly, I only hear those from people that have never tried it. Now, I'm gonna post my fourth experience with this. And if you saw my video I put out a few days ago, I did get my target buck. I put a video about that hunt. I didn't put all the video footage into that one. And I wanna kind of show you some specific footage leading up to getting that buck. Of course, I was wearing my HECS suit. Again, this will be the fourth time out with a HECS suit. And I kind of want to show you this video footage because I still find it interesting. And I might have been able to kill this buck because of the HECS suit. Maybe, maybe not. But I just want to show you the video. You can make up your own mind about it. So stay tuned, hit that like and subscribe. All right, guys, so here's the thing. You know, I showed the video about that hunt. If you haven't seen it, I'll put a link up here. But I got that 8 point that I was after. And that afternoon, it was really touch and go. Because I can't remember all the sequence of events, but let's just say a number of does came in right off the bat. It was 2 does, 2 fawns that came in. And they're only like 16 yards below me. And one of the does looked at me, and when she did, she was startled. She does that whole thing, right? She's looking right at me. She's got me pegged, right? Like they do. And I'm thinking, oh man, you know, she's staring at me, and I'm just kind of sitting a little uncomfortable there, and my back's starting to hurt, and she's staring right at me, and I don't want to move, and I don't want to breathe, and you know, where she can hear me, and all those kind of things. And she's staring at me. Fawn goes into feeding. The other doe comes in, wasn't paying much attention. But this one doe's got me pegged, and she's looking at me for a little bit, checking me out. And finally, she's like, okay, I'm gonna get some food. She turns away, grabs some food, and immediately turns back and faces me and just sits here, just eating and staring at me the whole time. So she never flagged. She didn't start, she did do some of this kind of stuff, right? You know, like they do, but she never did the head down, come up, head down, come up, head down, come up, you know, kind of thing, started stuff. She didn't do that. But she had me pegged. I don't think she knew what it was. Again, it could just be because I had camo, right? And I had wind with me. Could be. Might not be the HECS suit, but I'm just kind of showing you. But she sat there and she chewed. And I bet you, I'm not going to play it all because it's just too much redundant footage. But there was probably 10 minutes where every time she'd take a bite and she'd stare at me while she chewed her food for 10 minutes. I mean, she just kept going down the food, come back staring at me. Get her food, come back staring at me. And she just sit there 30 seconds just to eat her food like this, staring at me the entire time she ate. I just find that kind of a little unusual as well. Could it have happened because I was in camouflage, I had good wind, and I was just really well camouflaged, and she just, hey, it's okay. But you know, those mama does sometimes are pretty tough to beat. The second doe finally saw me at one point, but she didn't get as nervous. But that one doe stared me down. And so, you know, when I think about it, that big buck was working his way in at that time. And if those does would have flagged me, if they'd have started stomping, if they'd have started blowing and took off, then that buck most likely would not have shown up, and I would not have been able to take him that evening. So maybe it's a HECS, but I'm gonna play the video, let you see it, you know, see what you think. All right, you have to pardon the rain. We got a hurricane coming in, guys. So 6:36 at night is when the 2 does and the 2 fawns came in, and they're gonna work their way around here. And so just keep in mind of the time, 6:36, right? Here they come. That's the mama doe on the left. What I think it is, that's the mama doe. There's 2 fawns, and then her yearling from the year before is going to show up too, is what I believe anyway. She's just checking her out like the mama doe does, right? They're a little more cautious. It's almost like she senses something, right? And then boom. So she's got me pegged within a minute, right? She's looking right at me now. She's not going crazy. She is giving me a little stare and a little head pop, but not the heavy head pop. She's not stomping. Her tail hasn't gone up. She's not even really throwing her nose up into the wind to try to win me. You know, a lot of times I just throw that nose up and just try to win you when they don't know, but she's just staring at me, right? You know, like, what is that? You know, but at that moment, I'm pretty tense, right? I don't want to move. Don't want to hear my heartbeat. Don't want to hear me breathing, you know, kind of thing. She's like, okay. Not sure about it, but she didn't cause a big fuss. The tail's still down, as you see. And, you know, she's still just kind of taking it easy there, right? But here's what she does now. She's going to head over, and she's going to get a little food there. So you think she might have forgot me by now, but trust me, she has not. She hasn't forgot me one bit. She's getting a mouthful. And then it's just kind of interesting because she gets that mouthful, and now watch this. Boom, she's going to just watch me while she eats. Okay, so here we are. I'm getting stared at. And I'm not playing the whole video, so I'm just going to show you bits and pieces, but just look how long she just stared at me, y'all. Again, no flag, no nose going up for the wind, but it's like something has piqued her interest or something, or, you know, but she's chewing away, just staring at me. And this is not just a one-time deal here. So she goes back and gets some more food, right? And then 6:40, here we are again. Boom, let's just stare at me and eat. And you can just see, she just stares at me the whole time. Just leaving the video to show you. Again, no tails going up. She's not throwing her head down doing the head pops. She's not trying to win, but I don't know what it is she thinks she sees. Maybe it's something that just confuses her. That's kind of one of the things, the idea is that when she can't see that energy field, if that's what's going on there, then you know, she is a little confused by what she sees. But that was the second time staring at me. We're going now into the third time. And here we go. 6:41. And again, just look how long she stares at me. I mean, there ain't no getting away from that. And you know I'm breathing during this time, right? And I got to be moving a little bit. I can't stay super still that long. And she's not done yet. 6:43, and she's staring at me again while she eats. And again, the whole time I'm trying to be still, you know, trying to film, trying not to move, trying not to breathe too loud, you know, all those kind of things you want to do, right? You know, she just gets some food and stares at me. Finally, the other doe, this is what I think was her getting from the year before. Now she sees me, right? And I'm like, oh, now I got to deal with another doe. But she just looked at me for a second, goes right up back down, like no big deal, right? And, you know, maybe that's HECS, maybe it's just camouflage, right? And then just want to keep an eye on the timeline here, right? So at 6:45, they were still here. And actually, the deer never left. What happened? A 5-point buck came in from the right, kind of ran these over to the woods to the left there. And they kept running out one at a time or so, and then the 5-point would come in and try to push them out. So at 7:08, those deer are still here. They're all within 20 yards of me. Those does are off to my left. If I'm not mistaken, there's a fawn, and one of the does is right at the base of that tree right below me at maybe like 10 yards, okay? So the other doe that was staring me down was just maybe like 18 yards to my left. It's 7:10. See the doe at the tree there? So those does are still there. They never left. They never left. They just backed away from the feeder when that 5-point come in. And of course, you know, you see the timestamp there. And then the big buck comes in, and, you know, and there he is, right? And the deal is that buck was working his way in slowly the whole time. If those does would have busted me, either one of those does busted me, right? Shot opportunity would have been gone because he'd have heard them scattle, right? He'd have heard them blowing, and that would have been it. But instead, boom, I get the shot. All right, so again, guys, was this HECS to help me? Maybe, maybe not. But all I'm going to tell you is this is my 4th time out using the suit. It's my 4th instance in a row where I've had experiences like this. Every one of these experiences I've had in these videos, you can have it without HECS, absolutely, and we do. That's not that it's uncommon. I've had 4 in a row, okay? 4 in a row, which seemed pretty cool. The experience with the buck, you know, from the other video, it's like, wow. So, you know, we're going to keep on trying this suit out. I'm going to keep sharing my videos with you as the season goes on, and we're going to see. But I find it interesting that 4 times wearing it, 4 times I've got experiences. It could be attributed to the suit. Again, we'll see. And yes, we all have these close-up experiences. That's what the deniers say. They said, oh, I do that too. Yeah, but every time, those does by all right should have busted me, right? Flagged up, said, hey, I'm getting that mama doe should have busted me on this thing tonight and flagged me and got out of there, right? Blew at me, standing there for 5 minutes, blowing at me. You know, she gets out of the way of a shot range and starts blowing at me, which means every deer within 100 yards, 200 yards is going to hear that thing. So, you know, those are the kind of things I'm looking for. Again, this is not a miracle suit by any means, but I do think there might be something to it after 4 times in a row. So, again, does it work or not? I don't know, but I'm seeing some interesting results, y'all. So, anyway, hit that like and subscribe, and we'll catch you next time.